speaking to Jayshree Naidoo. Hi, Jayshree.
Hi, Nico.
Thank you for doing this. I'm a huge fan, and we've known one another, sure, probably for something like 10 years.
A long time.
And you've always been involved in some of the most incredible projects. Tell me what Yiedi is about and what you're doing now.
So Yiedi is my company that I founded with my husband Jay in 2014, and it's all about creating meaningful impact onto the lives of entrepreneurs through structured programs and accelerators.
That's right. That's fantastic, and you guys really do amazing programs. Do you want to tell us a little bit about some of those programs? I mean, there's some pretty outrageous stuff you do.
Okay, so I'll start with the IBM Tech Scale program.
Okay.
The IBM Tech Scale program is a 6-month program where we delivered structured development support for entrepreneurs, technology entrepreneurs, where they received access to mentoring, coaching, development, media readiness, like you know,
incredible.
Well as design thinking. So they get exposed to all of the development components they need to take their business to the next level.
And it's really that I want to ask about, because there's so much that an entrepreneur has to get right. How did you put a program like that together? Because there's so many components, so many working parts.
So all of our programs are customized to suit the client's requirements. So we have a client and we have an end customer. The client in this instance is IBM. They pay for the program. But our end customer are the candidates that go onto the program. So we've had to take the strategy of IBM, what is it that they want to achieve from bringing in new suppliers or partners into their ecosystem, as well as the gaps that entrepreneurs face, in this instance, the candidates, and try and create a program that bridges some of those gaps so they could become sustainable, contributing entrepreneurs to the IBM value chain.
Fantastic. And those gaps are really the hard part, isn't it? Because that's kind of the connection to a market or connection to a client in the end, isn't it?
Absolutely. We try and focus on 3 components: access to markets, access to development, and access to funding. And if you look at some of the gaps we see with entrepreneurs, sometimes it could just be breaking into an existing market. It's difficult when you're a tech business and you have track record with some clients, but you want to break into those bigger clients. How do you do that? And if you can get the support of a big giant like IBM behind you, it just adds another level of credibility to what you're trying to achieve as a business.
Makes a lot of sense. But now, it doesn't sound like a job that's just a one-size-fits-all. It sounds like really hard work, and you have to design it for each specific entrepreneur as such, isn't it?
Definitely. So we don't have off-the-shelf programs, not at all. We tweak our programs to suit the requirements. So take, for example, the Business in a Box program. The Business in a Box program was designed for corporates that are currently retrenching staff.
Right.
This is a crazy area. There are retrenchments happening around the country. We're currently servicing 2 banks in South Africa with the Business in a Box program. To date, we've delivered this program to over 150 individuals that have been impacted by Section 189 processes. And this program is a 5-day program, but it's about just changing your mindset around entrepreneurship, changing your mindset around what it takes to be an entrepreneur, understanding the ecosystem, the psychology of money. How do you set up your business? How do you market your business? Creating a logo. So it's a lot for an individual to think about. And the program is not necessarily designed to give them every single skill they need, but to highlight what they don't know as well, so they can go out and search for that information. So it is designed for the individual that's been impacted in a corporate, or if you want to grow a side hustle.
It sounds amazing. Jayshree, if somebody sees this and wants to get involved, how can they get involved? Where can they get hold of you?
So the best way to get a hold of me is through social media. I'm quite active on Twitter and on Instagram. My handle is @Jayshree Naidoo, and on LinkedIn, Jayshree Naidoo. And next week we'll be launching our property accelerator. So if they're following me on social media, they can learn all about this initiative as well.
That's awesome. I'm going to ask more about that in another clip to come. Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate the information. It's great.
Thank you so much for having me, Nico.